In this video, I'll answer 3 questions. Why to build a home climbing wall, how to plan your home climbing wall, and what's the one thing that you must do to make your home climbing wall awesome. Stay tuned for
The Secret Ingredient!
This is Rock On Dad. I'm Steven, the husband of 1, father of 3, pastor of many, and this is what I do on Monday Fun Day. First question, why you should build your very own home climbing wall. Reasons to build a wall. Kids, why should other parents build their kids a climbing wall?
Because they can work out.
Because it's fun! Because I love climbing.
Yep, it's fun. Right, the first number 1 reason, it's a great way to exercise and work out. You will become strong, your fingers will get stronger, your upper body, your back especially, it works all the core muscles and your abs as well. Second reason, it's great for kids. They are all over this thing. Their friends come over, they're all over this thing. I guess we could say the third reason for why is because it's a great way to babysit kids. We'll have families over from church, parents will be doing small group discussion, or we'll just be talking in the living room. Kids come out here and we don't hear a word from them for an hour and a half. They are just bouncing on the mattresses, climbing on the wall. It's a wonderful way for kids to hang out and play. And I guess the fourth and final reason is it is so much fun building it. If you don't know how to use power tools, here's your chance. It's also a wonderful opportunity for you to teach your kids on how to use power tools. I've got my son doing all kinds of things that I never thought he'd be doing at the age of 7, thanks to building these together. It's time to plan your home climbing gym. I've got 5 easy steps for you. Step number 1.
Identify your target climber.
That's right. You've got to know who this climbing gym is for. Is it primarily for your kids? Is it primarily for you? Or is it a combination of the two? If it's for your kids, you're going to build a very different wall than if it's just for you. In my home, I built it a hybrid for me and for my kids. So it gave some level of difficulty for me and some good workout. And my kids just love it. They're all over it. Once you've identified your target climber, 2.
Becky's fun!
That's right, find a space. It could be your living room. Probably not, your wife might hate you. It could be a stairwell. I've seen some great pictures of dads who have done them in stairwells. Most likely it's going to be a playroom or a garage. You could even go outside if you live in a hotter climate like New Mexico or California or Texas. Don't do it where I'm from. I'm in Washington. It's rainy here. You don't want to do it here. Ideally, it's going to be a spot that has at least 8 feet wide and 9 feet tall. And I say 9 feet because when you throw a mattress down there, you're basically canceling out a foot. So that's an 8 by 8 spot, 8 feet wide, 9 feet tall. Anything smaller than that is just, it's going to run out of options very quickly. You're going to do 2 moves and then you're done. Now, I wouldn't go any higher than, say, 13, maybe 14 feet. The peak of mine up here in the attic is 14 feet, and if you fall from up there, it's a little bit scary. The perfect height's probably right around 12 feet. 3rd.
Visualize your lamp.
You're going to start to form a picture in your head of what you want your climbing wall to look like. Start fashioning and thinking, okay, where am I going to put this? How am I going to put this? Now at this stage, it's helpful to realize that you need to have a reverse incline to your climbing wall. So that when you're climbing up like this, it's going a little bit backwards. Think of it, if your wall is this way and you fall, you're going to hit it falling down. Even if it's vertical, you might hit those holds because they stick out. You might bonk off those holds coming down and get some bruised knees or elbows. You don't want that. It hurts you and it makes your kids cry. So get a reverse climbing wall. 5 to 10 degrees reverse is just fine. That way when you fall, you go straight down onto the mattress. Once you get over about 5 feet, or in this case I've got 9 feet, you can go flat. You're probably not going to hit those when you fall immediately, but you definitely want the bottom part of your wall to be regressed.
Look for materials.
If you're like me, I don't have a ton of income. I'm a pastor, not a huge paying job. So I look for things on the cheap. The places I've found almost everything on this wall are Craigslist and OfferUp. Rock climbing's been around for quite some time now, and some people are cycling out their stuff or they're just plain done with it altogether. So you can find some great stuff for a great deal. I found these brown colored ones, this whole set of brown colored ones, for about $40. The bright pink ones over here, this whole set was about $80. And you can also just get a grab bag of things. There's a number of other ones on here that just came in a box or just a grab bag. So look for things on the cheap. You can also find plywood and chalk bags and climbing shoes, all kinds of great resources that you're going to need to enjoy your climbing wall. Sometimes you'll even find entire climbing walls for sale. In fact, just this week I was telling a friend about building a wall, and we went to Craigslist. And right there, 3 minutes from his house, was a 16-foot by 8-foot climbing gym for $250, complete with all the holds, all the lumber, everything. That takes us lastly to
Drawing sign.
it's time to put it on paper. If you're any good at 3D art, you can take a piece of paper and sketch it out. What I ended up doing was taking a picture and then using the iPhone editor tool, visualize the climbing wall on that tool. That's one way to do it. Once you have a visual design, you can start measuring with a tape measure and figuring out just how many 2x4s or 2x6s you're going to need to buy, how many sheets of plywood, and you can get a good cost estimate before you actually sink a penny into your climbing wall. Okay, now it's time for the secret ingredient.
The secret ingredient.
The secret ingredient in any home climbing gym is to have one section with a very steep incline, sometimes known as a roof or an overhang. I'm hanging from one right here. It serves two purposes. One, it makes a neat feature that stands out and serves as a crux for kids and adults alike. No part of the climb will be easy on an underhang, and so it's something that people have to work up to. They might even be scared of it at first. Second reason to build an undercling, an overhang like this, is that it really works out the muscles. You can hear me running out of breath just doing this shot because I'm hanging on for dear life. Some overhangs come in different shapes and sizes. My last video I showed you a very large overhang that I built in my garage. Check it out if you'd like to see a really big one. Here's a shot of my original underhang on my first gym, my first rendition. It was a lot of fun. It was challenging for kids and parents alike to get around, and it served as a nice feature, a thing to beat. Even putting the easiest climbing holds on it still posed the challenge to most people to try to get around. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. Have a good one.